Today on Marilyn, painting techniques from past to present. Debbie Travis shows you 3 of her signature painting strategies and how they're being applied in modern design now. Then it's a trip to the interior design show in Toronto with Andrew Pike. Take a look at some of the most amazing trends that could be coming to your home soon. Plus, stop being afraid of your linen closet. Charles The Butler shows you how to fold everything the right way. And a food board that everyone can enjoy. Afrim Pristine shares ideas to keep your guests happy so you don't run into any dietary dead ends. It all starts right now. Here's Marilyn.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I learned my lesson years ago. Have a seat, everybody. But you're only going to have to stand up again. Because I'm wearing this outfit because I have to protect myself from this woman. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're getting painting tips from the woman who taught many of us, including me, how to do and how to paint like a pro. And I remember watching her from my apartment at Yonge and Eglinton going, she is a hoot. And little did I know she'd be one of my best friends. Please welcome Debbie Travis. Have a seat. So, first of all, you
like a snowman.
I know, I feel like a snowman. But look, it's got a back pocket. That's okay. So, I have to tell you, first of all, you're back from Italy.
Yeah.
How's everything go? How was the last season?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah, we had the holidays there, which was nice with
Fabulous.
the kids and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really good.
Let's talk about the fact that you really are, I believe, the pioneer of some of these paint techniques.
Yeah.
It came out of necessity, though, did it not?
Well, it was an art form that was around, you know, in the medieval times. So, for instance, like the Sistine Chapel, you can't put real marble up there, so they painted it, or else it would fall on somebody's head. So then it disappeared for a long time, and suddenly, in the kind of the 90s, a famous woman called Jocasta Innes wrote a book called Paint Magic, and England went ballistic. They just went crazy because it was something that anybody could do. We can't all paint a drawing, a picture, right? But we can all take a sponge in it. So it was just at the time when I'd met my old man, and I'd enrolled in a school with my best friend. And so she says, well, so what do you mean you're married? You're moving to Canada? Because that didn't last. So now I'm in Canada, and I've got nothing to do and no job. So I said, well, I could do this. So on the phone, she went to school and then told me how to do it. So Tuscan stone and this and this. And then I did it for about 4 years, and then by then I had babies, and they were like, you know, the mummy who smells of paint thinner. So I thought, well, why don't I make a video showing people how to do this? So I launched a video called Decorative Paint Finishes Made Easy, which ended up selling 1 million copies because all over, in different languages and stuff. And I started getting invited on shows, and Marilyn and everybody.
Oprah?
Oprah, oh, yeah. And, you know, and then you'd have these big movie stars in the green room, like Tom Hanks and people like this, and they'd say, do you think, Mr. Hanks, you could hurry up because Debbie's here and everything? Because the whole audience, it just hit a core.
It did.
You know, and people would lean forward and go, oh, my goodness, this is amazing, you know, and then rush home. And then, of course, I got the lawsuits of, like, you know, my wife has done this to my living room.
So today, Deb's going to show us the current ways to achieve some of the best-loved painting techniques. Let's go over here. That's why we're here. Okay, first one up. Okay, we got to talk about... how many painted houses did you do?
Oh,
the series.
200 or 300.
Oh, my gosh,
hundreds.
amazing.
And then we moved on to kind of facelift and other stuff.
Right.
So now the fun thing is that, you know, it was fun, but people are too busy today. So it's all coming out in wallpaper.
I want to let you know that a painted house went from 1995 to 2002. That's a great run, Debbie. That is a great run. And then in reruns. Look at that. I know that. I used to watch that all the time. Look at you. Look at all the places.
Well, that was some of the good finishes.
Look at you. Oh, look at Debbie Travis.
Actually, they're still there doing that.
Okay. Look at that. Look at you. Oh, my gosh. How fabulous. Okay, sponge painting. Here we go. You look adorable there. Oh, wait.
Stamping, you know, all this stuff.
Okay.
So these names all ended up being called sponge painting, but actually they were wrong. So sponge painting is when you use a sponge, right? So there we are.
There's the old way of doing it.
This one I'm turning it into, everybody's trying to work out what it is. It's leopard skin. Gosh, people don't know. And it actually looks like dog poo. Look at it. It's like, it's disgusting. I said, and then the other thing is people would say, I'd say, you can do this, you know, in about an hour. And then people would write to you saying, I've been up this ladder for 2 months now, you know, when is this going to be finished?
Well, you became very good at it.
So all the sponges are slightly different. So you have to, if you can just squeeze the water in that.
All right.
We're going to be finished. So the idea is to get your sponge really soft.
Yeah.
And then put it in a tray, basically, and all the little dots on the sponge and the holes are going to give you a different thing. So this is it. Remember this?
Do you remember this?
Memory lane.
Yes, I do.
You do the blue, so you can do... It looks a bit like scrambled egg, but, you know, it was fun. But, you know, it was like women would do this, the kids would be in school, and then the husband would come home and go, what have you done? You know? See?
But, you know,
How many people had that in their bedroom?
I remember my son had it in his bedroom, and I also did... the walls were not great in my powder room in my old house.
Yeah.
So I sponge painted. That's the thing. It hid a lot of mistakes. What do you think, everybody?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Right. Come on.
I think they're being kind. So this was the kind of the one that most people did. Anybody can do that, you know. But what you had to be careful of was not bludging it all in together.
Right.
And then if you want something like a wash, like on this one, you just kind of, you know, smudge it in. That's what this is over here. So you just play with that.
Okay.
So that's that. So that was the most kind of brutal one.
Do this.
And then this one is called. It's kind of a mixture of ragging.
Okay. So.
God, you're cruel.
No, think about no.
Nobody told me.
Debbie, listen. I've done you know, shows like this for 31 years. When they do a retrospective, when they did, it's your 10-year anniversary. Do you care if we use old pictures of you? And I went, yes. So I mean, we're in this together, sister. Okay, that's just the way it goes. Right.
And you know, I wore these
overalls.
overalls.
Look at how pretty that is. That is so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put the paint on, right?
So basically, this is you can see in this lovely print, and I think this is gorgeous. It's got water in it, so it creates all the bubbles.
Yeah.
But if you want to make it into ragging, so you kind of put a load on.
When's the last time you painted a wall?
Oh, about 20 years ago.
Okay.
Does it show?
No, I do.
Actually, I love it. I just love getting dirty and doing this. So you need lots of water and glaze.
So it's paint, water, and go.
Yeah, because that keeps it soft. Now,
did you say there's glaze in there too? A little bit of glaze?
Yeah, we couldn't find the glaze, so we're just using water, which is fine.
Okay,
but on the big wall, you'd need the glaze. Now, if you rag this, you scrunch up the rag. Right. So you create... See, we're starting a whole new trend again. It's all coming back.
And again, this really takes care of bad walls.
Yeah. I can imagine all the designers going, no, please don't bring this back.
It's like when we brought leggings back on this show.
But look how soft that is. So it's nice. Now, what makes it really lovely is you can turn it, what I was doing on that picture is turning it into parchment. So now you make your rag smooth and you start to push it. And you create these creases, you see. See, it's like all coming back. It's like riding a bike.
You haven't forgotten it all.
So you kind of push the glaze.
Push the glaze.
And, you know, I used to have a basement unfinished, and I would go down there and practice and practice. And every wall in the house had a different thing. And this poor young husband that I didn't know very well would be
I think that's fantastic.
So you see, like...
There you go. Isn't that nice? That's nice. That's nice.
So that's like old parchment walls.
Now, the next thing, if this is good enough for the Sistine Chapel, it's good enough for us. Okay, what do we got?
Okay, I need this white paint and a little bit of water. So I'm going to make a slippy surface. So this base coat is satin. So I'm just going to put it on with this very fancy roller because I need this wet... Actually, you can do that while I mix this. Always find a good assistant.
I know.
So just cover that in there. Okay. So this is the most fun stuff. So we've got some artist paints here. And what I'm going to do is take a feather. And you want to put I'm going to put a little bit of This is a bit of oil.
Okay.
Just because we couldn't find glaze. And a little bit of water, of course, they won't mix. And then I've got a blue and a black. So I'm going to run it in there. So if you look at this wallpaper here, which is gorgeous, is a photo image of Carrara marble. And Carrara marble is the white marble that comes from Italy. So the feather is the most important thing.
Wet enough? Is that okay?
So you ready?
Yeah.
I love doing this, and this is actually great for a tabletop or a chest of drawers. So you see, none of these lines on this wallpaper are straight, or it look like a road map.
Right.
So what we have to do is we have to just, you know, they break off, they start again, very, very lightly, and then the key is this. So this is, I don't know which one's the softest, we'll try this one. You look at that.
See what I mean?
Isn't it magic? So it gives it depth. I'm sorry, I'm better than the real thing. Look at that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, but you go, like, that's right, you go back and forth with the...
Yeah, and they all, remember, they all go in one direction.
Yeah.
Because it's the oxygen going through. Now, a little bit of blue on it will give it a little bit of depth. You know, when we used to film this, you'd see the crew with their mouths open, you know, they were so...
Don't you still get stopped at airports because of the painted house?
Yeah, threats. Oh, that's a bit...
No, but don't you get... Don't be...
This is what Marilyn did. Oh, you've ruined it.
I ruined it.
Okay,
maybe the blue was a stretch.
Where's my white paint?
I'll do it. I'll fix.
Okay, go on, because that's the good thing about this stuff. You could keep going over it.
Do you think it was all perfect all the time? No.
No, people stop you at the airport saying, this is what you've done, you caused my divorce, you know, all this kind of stuff. No, seriously. And we had a huge fan base in jail, and they would send me their jail cells.
Number one in jail.
It's a little bit blue, so I'll put a little bit of black in it.
Do you want me to cover it, or you're good?
No, I'm kind of good.
Okay.
Don't give up your day job, Marilyn.
Okay, well...
but
I like to know that...
So you can go to a...
It was a must-see TV in jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can go to a yard sale,
yeah,
and get an old chest of drawers, and then just do a marble top.
Hey, everybody, we got to say goodbye to Debbie. She's going to be at the end of the show because we got the... Yeah, you are. She's got to finish this fall. Behind-the-scenes look at her recent shoot with the cast of Downton Abbey in lovely, jolly old London, England. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Home design is always evolving. We sent Andrew Pike to the Interior Design Show here in Toronto to find out what's new.
I'm here at IDS 2020, Canada's premier destination for interior design. I'm just about to head into the show, so why don't you come with me and we'll see what fantastic things we can find. Team, I've just walked through the installation and it is absolutely brilliant. Vanessa, can you tell me a bit about the principles behind it?
So when we were designing the concept home, we really looked at designing for health and wellness.
We live in a stressful environment, right? And I think the home is going to become the refuge or the reset that we need from a health and wellness standpoint.
This is absolutely beautiful. Can you tell me your inspiration behind it?
Yes, I'm originally from China, so I want to bring some Chinese culture into my design. If we're thinking about writing calligraphy, so the mental part, you have to be calm, and that's presented on the interior side of the chair. All the spindles are designed to facing to the seat.
I'm sure it's very calming to sit in it, but looking at it, it's very, very exciting. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great to meet you.
All right.
Every year, Caesarstone does an absolutely spectacular installation, but this year they've partnered with celebrity designer Jonathan Adler to create this spectacular space. It's hard to believe that almost everything here was created using quartz surfaces. It is definitely one of the most inspiring spaces at the show. So that was it for IDS 2020, and it was absolutely fascinating, but I did a heck of a lot of walking. So I'm just gonna sit down, take a break, and enjoy the view.
Fun. Thank you, Andrew. Pike is here. Another great interior design show,
Oh
huh?
my gosh, fabulous. Always a highlight.
So you brought some favorite things from, we call it IDS, Interior Design Show. And first, the wall coverings. I love that wallpaper.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
So that was from Metro Wall Coverings. So they're available across Canada. So they distribute all different kinds of things. But I just brought some highlights because this whole big, bold, theatrical wallpaper is totally on trend right now. So this is Mooey's wallpaper. It's called Extinct Animals. So that's actually, I think, what was in the edit as well.
It's like blown up, like really up close and
Absolutely,
personal.
I know. It's really, really cool. But they do so many other great things. So this is another one that is actually printed on jute cloth. So if you feel that, it has a full texture to it.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful? It's a bit like grass cloth, but so many different options and patterns. And this is another one of my favorite highlights. This is actually cork wallpaper that's printed on a metallic background. So, sorry, it's not printed, it's actually cork glued to a metallic background. So you get that beautiful gold detail through it. It comes in a couple of colorways. I've used it in silver. It's absolutely beautiful. So with your wallpaper, go big or go home.
Print, textures, big.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, tiles.
So these are fantastic. This is from Sarah Gray. So Sarah Gray is a Canadian company as well, but they're an importer and a distributor of beautiful porcelains, marbles, natural stones, all those different kinds of tiles. These caught my eye for a couple of reasons. I love this color palette. This is called the Sunday Collection. So it's just so muted and soft and a little bit retro. It has a beautiful feeling to it.
It does, it does.
But the thing that I love is the printing on this tile. So there's the matte colorway, and there's the gloss print of a rattan pattern over top. And it totally reminds me of the chairs that my parents used to have in their kitchen. The chairs my parents probably still have in their kitchen, I'm pretty sure. But doesn't it have a fabulous retro feeling to it?
Where would you use that? Tell me, like, let's just say this. Like with that big print, for example, where would you put that? It's just if you...
Me personally, I would put it anywhere, but I would love a feature wall in a bedroom. I would do a whole powder room in that, just a little envelope of a space.
Right.
Something really cool and
powder
dramatic.
room is so great.
Absolutely.
In this case, where would you use?
I would use this tile in a backsplash in a kitchen, in a heartbeat, but I'd also use it in a shower. I think it would be so very pretty. And you could do a contrasting grout with it or a complementary grout. Really, really nice.
These are really cool too.
So this is also so there's different patterns and textures, and then you can get it in all the different colors. So it's nice to know that, oh, I really like this color, but I really like this pattern. Well, that is available.
Oh, that's how you do that.
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely fantastic.
Flooring.
So flooring. Always so exciting to see what's new and trending in flooring because it's the base for all of our spaces. This is from Torley's, and isn't this absolutely gorgeous wood? It's not wood, it's vinyl.
Wow.
I know.
The texture, you can feel the texture and everything.
You can feel the texture on it. So herringbone floors, chevron floors, pattern floors have been coming back. They're beautiful, they're rich, they're luxurious, they're interesting. And now Torley's has developed this system. So this is an easy click system. There's no left or right sides. All you do is pop it in and you can get a floating floor in a herringbone effect for a fraction of the cost of floor. So this is brand new. This actually hasn't even launched in the market yet. We're the first ones to see it, everyone.
You saw it here first. Basements would be good for that, too.
Basements would be excellent, where you're worried about any kind of water damage or moisture. It's fabulous.
Because people are really fixing up their basements now. It's that secondary kind of space.
You want to know something? Clients will always say to me, we don't want to spend any money in the basement because we don't use it. And my response is always, you don't use it because it's not finished. Right. And once it's designed and decorated and comfortable and practical, then clients are like, we live down here all the time. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I told
Not my first time at the rodeo, folks. Thanks so much.
Okay, these are so beautiful, these small appliances.
Oh my
Aren't they pretty?
Love, 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 love.
I love it.
So
I love it.
These are from Euroline Appliances, and this was the first time in the appliance industry that an appliance brand, Smeg, partnered with a fashion house, which was Dolce & Gabbana, right? And they started a couple years ago, and they did a beautiful fridge and then a stove, and it led to tabletop appliances. So this is the, I can't remember, the I Love Sicily collection or something, but they come in a variety of different tabletops. It's totally a statement. You've got to love these pieces.
Yeah.
They're meant to be shown. They're not meant to be hidden or kept in a cabinet.
Sicily is my love.
Sicily is my love.
You were
Thank
close.
you. I thought I was your love.
You are. But Sicily is my love.
Okay, right now, Sicily is
but
your love.
But even this on your counter, fantastic.
Well, and if that's not enough for you, Dolce & Gabbana has designed dresses that match the appliances. So if you'd like to dress like your espresso machine, you can. You can do that.
All right, let's go to the bigger pieces. Oh, that's very funny. But beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, where do you want to begin? I love everything in here.
I want to start right here. These are beautiful. You saw this in the edit. This is Samson Furniture Design.
Yes, yes.
So he's of Chinese descent, and he uses some of the principles. So the chair was based on calligraphy.
Yeah.
This bench is based on a Chinese stringed instrument, which has 7 strings, and consequently, the 7 slats in the black walnut.
Beautiful.
It's an absolutely gorgeous architectural piece. I love it, love it, love it. And this piece I find especially interesting because it's made of ash wood, but it's based on a lotus flower. So this is representing the stem and the blossom of the flower, and there's the ripples in the water. I
Come on.
Isn't it just
That's
breathtaking?
so beautiful.
He's really an artist. I love what he does.
I love everything about that.
I know, absolutely
it's so
beautiful
pretty.
pieces. And they're going to last. Handcrafted, one-of-a-kind pieces. They're beautiful.
Fun.
So I saw this at the show and instantly fell in love. This is from a company called KMD. They're based out of Costa Rica, but they have offices here in Toronto. So this is the Tuanis chair, which in Costa Rica is the word for cool. Right?
Okay.
And isn't this a cool piece of furniture?
Cool.
So it's made of teak wood. It has beautiful leather accessories that you can put a mat on it and a little pillow, which are all adjustable. But it's designed to hug your body and feel like a hammock. So it's very, very comforting to sit in, very comfortable. And the best part for me is that the legs can come off this piece and it becomes a rocker.
Oh, how cool is that?
I think I'd never get out of the chair ever again, right? I'd be there for the rest of my life.
I don't think I could get out of the chair.
I know, exactly,
Physically,
right?
I couldn't get out of the chair. You want to talk about lighting next?
I love this
This is very
lamp.
cool.
It's beautiful. So this is the Kabuki floor lamp made by Cartel. It's available through Home Société, or as we say here in Toronto, Society, in around the Caledonia area. They're a beautiful retailer of furniture, lighting, accessories, everything. It's a one-stop shop, but it's such a statement piece. It comes in a variety of colors. It comes in a table lamp. It comes in a suspended lamp. There's all different versions for that. And talk about a statement piece.
It is a statement piece, and the light would go all over, wouldn't it?
It's beautiful.
It's
Isn't
so
it just
gorgeous.
radiant? It just sits on its own anywhere, and it's just so stylish.
And this is interesting.
This is interesting. So I need you to just imagine for a moment that this little table that we have is a kitchen island.
Okay.
And this is actually a suspended pendant. So it's meant to be hung. We've just put it on the table for safety. It's by Ridgely Studio Works. So my friend Zach does all of this crazy good lighting. He's truly an artist as well. We've got an image of this because this is one piece, but they're meant to be combined.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it spectacular? So
it's like an art installation.
I know, this is the gem pendant, but you can make any number of things with it. He customizes, he'll build whatever you want, basically. I hope I'm not overselling it, Zach, and I'm gonna get you in trouble when you have to say no to somebody who you don't want to make it for. But he can really do so many great things. I love, love, love.
Do you have to get the phone?
Ring, ring. Oh, that's Hollywood. I'll be right back. So this piece right here, I know everyone's like, what's the pink elephant in the room? And it's not just me this time. But this is from Loop Foam Booths. So this is designed and produced in Edmonton, Canada.
Yay, Edmonton!
Go Edmonton, go Canada, right? By 126 Design. It's a pair of industrial designers, and they got together and created this, amongst other things. We deal with so many distractions, and especially in work environments with open concept workspaces.
Yes.
And you just want to be able to make a phone call in private.
Right.
And, you know, you've got your finger in your ear and you're trying to talk. These are designed so that you can place it in an open concept office and then just get in.
Okay. Close the door. Close the door.
You can plug in and charge and have a little private space to make your own phone calls.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how sound. Okay, do you just look at the camera, look at Chris, and say, "We'll be right back." Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, Charles The Butler is here. Yes. To do one of my favorite things, organize forever messy linen closets, and the ideal closet configuration is?
So I think that ideally,
Yeah.
when you have a good closet,
Yeah.
try not to have them too deep, because if it's too deep, things get lost at the back. So try to keep that in mind. Don't have a linen closet, if possible, in a bathroom because of the humidity, so it's not good and all that kind of stuff.
That's interesting. Okay.
The other thing is, in a perfect world, it's only a linen closet. Back to reality, you've got the vacuum cleaner in there, you've got some suitcases in there, you've got other stuff too. It's just...
You're expecting too much from your linen closet.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
So we want it to look like a retail space to make us feel better sometimes, don't we?
Well,
so we can pick it out and we know it's clean and ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And and the other thing is, when you think about a linen closet, sometimes we don't actually have a linen closet, so it can be an armoire, it can be a chest of drawers.
Sure.
It could be a couple of boxes that just roll under your bed. So just kind of like a place where you can put all that stuff properly.
Okay, so let's talk about if you do have a bookshelf like this or a cupboard like this.
Yep.
The bottom shelf is?
So the bottom shelf is stuff that you don't really need very often because it's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like, in this case, for example, we have, bath mats. We have some towels that we don't use very often, and like off-season kind of sheets.
Okay.
So that's what is great about this kind of stuff. And so, for example, you could have a duvet that is an off-season duvet. That's a great thing to be able to have there. Some matching pillowcases or shams that go with that.
Right.
And then bath mat.
Yeah.
I love bath mats.
Tell us why.
Well, I can't really tell you what I do because I could be in so much trouble for this.
Okay.
I have a collection.
Talk to Marilyn. She'll listen.
Just between you and me.
Yes, what's
no
the
one
deal?
else.
Okay.
I have a collection of bath mats from hotels from around the world. I can't believe I'm telling you. Just between you and me.
Watch out, Four Seasons. He's on his way. No way.
Oh my God! And so if they have a logo, it's going.
Wow. Do you use them or do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'll put them out. So today it's a Four Seasons day. Tomorrow it's a Ritz-Carlton day. Whatever. But I usually will buy them. I don't actually steal them because that's a bit of a problem.
So they're gonna go there. You're hysterical. Oh my God. Full disclosure. I've known this man for over 11 years, and he's telling me this now. Okay, very good. So you put them on the bottom there. You're hysterical.
Because it's not something you're using often.
Okay, that's so funny.
Believe this.
Middle shelf.
Middle shelf is stuff that you want access to all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So in this case, bath towels. We have flat sheets, pillowcases, and that wonderful sheet that we all love, the fitted sheet. Okay, so
this is how you fold it.
We've done this before.
I know we have. I know, and
but it's actually
bad
important
at it.
because people actually. This is actually people write to us a lot about.
No, I know they do, and I think we should do it again.
Exactly.
Why not? Okay, so talk to the people.
So the most important thing is you need to fold it in half, which is what we have right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to put your hands into the corners of the sheet. You're going to put your hands together, and you're going to roll over. So that
you got that.
You can now, because the goal is we're going to create a square.
Let me move this for you.
Okay. So now the fact that we have the corner there because of how we held it.
Okay.
So now what we've done is we've created a square / rectangle, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you're going to fold it once in half, and then from the side, which is where is the corners.
Yeah. The elastic and everything?
The elastic side. That's what's going to go in.
Why?
And then one more time.
Right.
So
and then really.
This wasn't perfectly ironed, but that's fine.
We're assuming it's iron.
But the point is you now have everything in a packet. The most important thing, which people don't often do, is when they fold their stuff, they then put it on top, because that's the easiest and the most logical.
Yes.
The problem is we're not rotating our linen if we do that.
Okay.
In a perfect world,
You put this.
Put it on the
this-
bottom.
yeah. Okay.
Because that
so
way you'll take the next thing from the top.
here's a question: how often should you change your bedding?
Do you remember on Chum, we talked about this many, many years ago, and there was a survey in England where people admitted that they changed their sheets on average 3 times a year? We need to do it more often.
So if you use the bed every day,
if you use the bed every day in a perfect world, it's changed at least once a week. Because remember, you sweat, the average person, 1 liter of water per night. So imagine you and your husband in bed, and just quietly sleeping.
Okay.
2 liters of water has just come from sweat within the bed, which is why when you get out of bed in the morning, you actually should open it up and air it out and let air go through.
Right. So, and on pillows, pillowcase covers, and then the pillowcase.
Exactly. So ideally, you're doing it, but so once a week. But that's when it comes down to how many sets of linens should you have?
Yeah, how many?
In a perfect world, 3 sets. 1 is dirty, 1 is on the bed, and 1 is clean. So that when you have your granddaughter who crawls into bed at 3 o'clock in the morning with you and says, Nan, I want to sleep with you, and has an accident, you have a set to change right away.
She's already peed on the duvet.
So you see, you get it.
I get it.
And also,
I wasn't expecting it, yeah.
when Jim brings you your coffee in the morning, as
Which
he does
he
every
does.
morning, because he loves you,
Yeah.
and he accidentally spills it on the duvet, you have a set to change.
Yeah.
Or you know what, you're just busy with life,
Yeah.
and you don't have time to do the laundry this week.
Right.
The second set goes dirty, and you've got a third set to at least put on the bed.
Let's talk about duvets.
Okay.
Duvet covers can be changed, but how often, if you have 1 duvet,
Yeah.
right? How often should you get that dry cleaned? Or in some cases you can wash them, but depends on what you have. Yeah.
So if you have a front-loading machine, you can wash them very easily. Top-loading, it's not as good because of the
Oh,
agitator.
yeah, right.
So you have to be
Okay, that's
careful
good to
about
know.
that.
Okay.
But they should be washed, ideally, every 3 to 6 months, depending on how you use your bed. If you're like a heavy sleeper where you tend to actually perspire a bit, then I would do it every 3 months. But if you could do it twice a year, every 6 months, you're in great shape.
How often should you change your, I got 30 seconds, pillows?
Pillows?
The actual pillows.
So the actual pillows is every couple of years because of the dust mites that live in the pillows that we don't know about. So what helps you is if you have a cover, a pillow protector,
that helps.
before you put the actual pillowcase on, that actually doubles the life of the pillow.
Mattress pad cover, important, yes, no?
Absolutely, because exactly the same thing. It's stopping things from going into the mattress. So you're protected, and it's easier to wash the mattress pad cover than it is to deal with the mattress.
Let's go back to the hotel for a moment. You told me a long time ago, just verifying this.
Yes.
If you use the slippers at the hotel, you're allowed to take them home.
Oh, 100%, because they're not given to the next guest.
Okay.
They're not washed.
Okay. That's better than the bath mat. Anyway, Charles The Butler, everybody, there you've heard it. We'll be right back. All right, here to show us how to build a food board with allergy-friendly options. Afrim Pristine is here from the Cheese Boutique.
Thank you.
Got to be considerate about so many people with allergies and things, right?
I've actually always wanted to do this segment.
Okay.
And like gluten-free, lactose-free, plant-based, vegan, nut-free. We're going to talk about all that stuff.
Okay, you're going to do gluten-free first?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so we have beautiful cheeses. We're going to get into that. What can we serve with them? Yes, of course, gluten-free crackers. Okay?
Yes.
Readily available. They're wonderful. They're tasty. How about just a beautiful pear? These are Italian abate pears. Okay, a little bit here. Let me get a little bit of cheese, right? That's your vessel. That's your cracker. That's your bread.
And that goes in my mouth.
And that is yours, Marilyn. Right? So just beautiful. These are called Italian abate pears. They're seasonal, so they're readily available across the country, really, in the wintertime.
Are they?
Yes, beautiful. And even an apple works really well. Even this beautiful star fruit, okay? Star fruit actually is quite mild and like, I want to say tasteless, but in the best kind of way. But it's perfect because it's beautiful. It's water-based fruit, and again, goes great with cheese. It doesn't take away from the cheese.
Right, delicious.
As we know, cheese is a star.
Cheese is a star, right.
Potato chips.
Love.
Vegan, gluten-free. Potato chips, a great vessel for your cheese, for your cured meats. Awesome. And like, have fun with it. These are pink pepper and lime, salt and vinegar.
There's
Go
so many
nuts.
flavors
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
So what cheeses are you recommending?
Okay, so now we're gonna get into kind of, these are all literally the world's best cheeses. And they all happen to be lactose-free.
What?
This is kind of my MO right now. Did you know, Parmigiano Reggiano, okay? Everyone's had it. The king of cheese is lactose-free.
How about that?
Okay?
Did you know that?
So when you have people coming over, if you can't handle the lactose, okay, and we're all getting there.
You sound like you can't handle it. Kind of like that.
Sylvester Stallone, like, okay? This is the thing. This is where kind of to expose people to stuff maybe they didn't know. So beautiful.
Is it because the older the cheese, is that right?
You're amazing. Not to get too technical, but lactose is sugar, right?
Yeah.
Natural sugar in the milk.
Yeah.
As a cheese ages, okay, we're gonna make a little board here.
Yeah.
As a cheese ages, that lactose turns into acid. So it does kind of take away from the cheese. Aged Gouda, made in Ontario. So not only imported stuff, beautiful aged Gouda, made here in Ontario. You got to try this.
Okay, well,
this is like
so it's Parmesan, aged Gouda,
aged Gruyere. Okay,
oh, man.
Help yourself. Okay,
aged talk show host.
Aged, yes. This is Spanish sheep's milk manchego, a super iconic cheese. Aged sheep's milk, lactose, Ontario
Delicious.
Gouda,
Yeah, Ontario.
lactose free, like really unique
Wow.
stuff. And you don't. And the best part is, you're not sacrificing quality. Aged cheddar,
That too.
lactose, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Isn't
How about
that
that,
exciting,
everybody?
right? Like,
Oh, it's really
when you're
good.
entertaining, don't be scared. And I think it's something to consider when you're entertaining. Hey, I need to be considerate.
Yeah.
To lactose-free, gluten-free. A lot of allergies, I can't eat as much gluten as I used to. My
getting
Southern
older.
Italian mother is not a fan
No,
of that.
no.
But, you know.
Okay, what's on this one?
These are all now plant-based.
Okay.
So these are completely vegan dairy products, okay? All made from nut milks, okay? So pistachio or cashew, so if you're allergic to nuts, go
Which
over
I
here.
am,
Stay
which I am,
here,
so we'll just,
okay?
I'll watch this,
So
yeah.
all plant-based, and this is now, to do something like this 10 years ago I would have struggled, Marilyn. I would have
bet.
struggled. Now we have so many cool varieties. A smoked Irish cheddar. Beautiful cheddar slices for your grilled cheese or a sandwich. Awesome. Beer-soaked cashew nut plant-based cheese. And a French-style cheddar. Really
Amazing.
unique stuff. Awesome.
Awesome, yeah. And then you serve all these other things.
Yes.
Yeah, what is this? Why do you have that there?
I just like sour keys.
It didn't make sense to me, but okay.
No, you put a couple on here.
And then what do you have here, my dear? What's
Okay,
happening here?
and now beautiful vegan-based,
Yeah.
gluten-free
Yeah.
cookies, biscuits. Again, it's something now. Grocery stores have a section, and that section is
You
just
don't-
getting bigger and bigger.
Right, you don't have to go to a specialty store.
You don't
anymore,
have to go to a
yeah.
specialty store. You can go anywhere and really get really good products.
So now you're gonna make a gluten-free, lactose-free pasta dish with tomatoes, peas, and peppers.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay, so
where
we
do
have
we
some
begin?
olive oil. We have some olive oil on a medium, on a no heat pan. Okay.
That's all right.
Let's see here. Okay, so we have a medium heat pan
Sizzle,
here.
sizzle, sizzle.
That's it. And really, okay, some freshly shucked peas. If you can't get freshly shucked peas, frozen
frozen.
peas are gonna do fine. Absolutely. I love frozen peas. Okay, peppers, roasted red peppers. Okay, I hear some sizzle
I do
here.
too.
I hear some sizzle.
I can smell
Okay,
the
and this is the point where, so you want to get the onions inside, get them translucent, cook down a little bit, and that's where you add the peas and the peppers because they take a touch longer. This is where we do a bit of seasoning. So salt, pepper.
Boy, that looks good. It smells good.
Okay, beautiful salt and pepper. Okay, and tomatoes. So no cream, no butter in here.
Right.
No sauce, really. It's the tomatoes that are just gonna break down. They're gonna blister, they're gonna break down and almost kind of create a little bit of the sauce. The tomato water is gonna come out. It's gonna be awesome.
They'd be bursting with flavor.
Absolutely.
And these are so sweet and delicious.
Beautiful. And I brought some always fine tomatoes with the stem on. It shows the freshness of the tomato. It hasn't been pulled off, right?
Okay.
Beautiful Ontario tomatoes. And this is it here, okay?
Little penne.
Quinoa, gluten-free, quinoa and corn. You can get lentil. You can get brown rice, rice. These aren't bad pastas. These are phenomenal pastas. Even my Southern Italian mother would absolutely adore this, I promise you. So this is already blanched. Okay, we have our pasta here.
Put it in.
Put some in.
Yeah, and
like
it
this
smells
is
so good.
And this is fresh. This is healthy too, Marilyn, right? Like, this, do you want to give that a stir?
Sure.
A little bit, okay? And
Is it sizzling? I don't even know.
so I'm gonna use a little bit, just kind of shave thinly shaved thinly. This is the aged Gouda, that aged Gouda that you loved. Okay, so it's like nutty, it's sharp. You can definitely use Parmigiano Reggiano as well. But
I like that tool that you use just chunks of the cheese.
Oh, my cheese chisel.
The cheese chisel.
Look at that.
I gotta get a cheese chisel.
This is my sword.
Okay.
You know, this is like...
This is serious stuff.
Yes,
Shall
okay.
I?
Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
beautiful, fresh. This is kind of like summer in a bowl, right? Like it's
great.
just light,
Nice and
gluten-free, lactose-free cheese,
There you
no
go.
cream, no butter. This is, I kind of want to say it's healthy. This you can eat a ton of.
Afrim's recipes on Marilyn.ca. Thank you, my friend.
My absolute pleasure.
Afrim Pristine. We'll be right back. As promised, Debbie Travis is back, and when Debbie is a lot of times in London, and while there was a call for us to interview some people from Downton Abbey, and you're such a fan.
Well, I'm a huge fan, and they said, if you're in London, do you want to interview the stars? And I said, no, it's not Marilyn, it's Debbie. You know, I don't do that. And they said, you're going.
Well,
and it was great.
It was, well, I know you're a fan, and they loved you,
so
too.
It was Carson. You're all fans, right?
Yeah.
It was Carson, Mrs. Carson's wife.
Mrs. Carson's wife.
Mrs.
Hughes.
Yeah, there she is. And
Look at you, me and
I was so
that's great.
nervous.
Yeah.
And Daisy, who was so cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the first. I've never done that.
I think you did. I heard that you did a great job. Well, we've been showing you some of Debbie's interviews, but what you didn't see was the torrential rainstorm she got caught in when she got to Highclere Castle. It's the real Downton Abbey. Take a look at this.
John and I are burglarizing Downton Abbey. Look, you can see it. So we're not supposed to be here. We're in the pouring. This is how much we love you, Marilyn. Look at my hair. We're in the pouring rain, trying to get shots for you. This is my umbrella. What the weather is like. It is miserable. But we're getting some nice shots, which we're not supposed to be, of the inside of Highclere Castle, where they shoot Downton Abbey.
Pretty job, but someone else to do it. Debbie, I so applaud you on that. Oh my gosh, thank you for doing that. Now, we also got a chance to hear from costume designer Anna Robbins. Here's what she had to say about the outfitting of the entire cast above and below stairs of the Crawley household. Let's take a look at that. Well done, Deb.
There's a huge logistical challenge costuming the cast in a number of costumes that they required. A huge amount of craft and detailing that goes into them, so there's a lot of making involved, a lot of sourcing.
My job was very, very easy. The costume designer knew exactly the characters that she wanted the tiaras for. Queen Mary just absolutely loved jewelry, and bigger, more sparkly, the better for her. The higher the position in society, the bigger and grander the tiara will be. A lot of these were actually made so that they could be broken up into either a smaller tiara, necklaces, brooches, etc. But when anything that was grand, like the ball that we had in the movie, then the very best and the biggest came out.
Lady Mary's ball gown for the final scene that we have here was a very complex, delicate project for my workroom team. I'd found an original French beaded dress. It was beaded onto a cotton, but it was to the knee and it had a very different neckline. So we had to graft some silk onto the bottom and then hand bead it so that you couldn't see the seam. And then there was costumes which were much more complex in terms of the number of elements. So our king in the military parade is in military uniform, and there was about 53 elements to that costume. Then there were a couple of photographs of Queen Mary that I just thought were so beautiful and pitch perfect for the scene that we looked to replicate them pretty accurately. When you add in actors playing real life people, you've got to make sure, firstly, that you get it right, and secondly, that you help these actors embody those parts.
You are amazing, Violet. You haven't won, you know. I don't believe in defeat.
I love that movie. So that's the movie. It's out on Blu-ray right now, and they've signed up for another Downton Abbey movie.
Amazing. Well, when we were in the rain looking through the window, that's the window that Maggie Smith, that's the living room that they all kind of hung out in and stuff. And what was so weird about that is that, you know, we were in that rain thinking we'd finished, and then they said, no, now you can all do the opening of the show. And we were like sodden wet.
Reporting for the Marilyn Denis show.
Yeah. What now? And then, so they had journalists from all over the world. So I go with John, the producer, and we go up, and I say, watch this. This is the way the Italians do it. So they're all waiting, and all the cameras and stuff, and I go right to the front. I said, ready? And all these journalists were like, excuse me, there were like 30 of them. And we did ours and left.
Good for you, Debbie Travis. No guts, no glory. Debbie, thank you for today. It was a lot of fun. Nice to have you back. That's our show for today. See you next time.